Hey tubes. Okay, I've got a little bit of progress done on this. I didn't bother videoing it, but let me open up the hood and I'll show you. First up, as you can see, the dash and steering wheel are back in place. Yep, and steering is functioning, and it's solid. Yep, it's fixed. Pop the hood. As you can see, I got the air cleaner off the engine, doing a little bit of work on the engine. But if you look in here, I showed on Sunday night I got my diamond plate cut, and now it's in. I have one minor issue. I drilled it in the wrong spot, right there. So I just flipped it around and used the other side. So what's going on is I had the steering in place, but the steering wasn't in the right place. So I just re-drilled it. What I'm going to end up doing is get an L bracket for here and just tie the whole frame together, and it will help with some extra support. So that's with that. Right now my plans are I'm going to get the rest of the old tensioners out, because if you look at this old rear end, the belt came along and it had the sideways pulleys, because this is a sideways in drive. The pump is on the side of this one, instead of having the pulley on the top, it's on the side. But as you can see, it's a vertical shaft engine, so it has to change directions, just like the Bolins did. But anyways, there's one pulley in there that does that. I'm going to take it out of there. I'm going to most likely save it, because I can probably use it for something in the future. They're all good pulleys on this. I believe, like I said before, this tractor was well taken care of, but it just sat and it just went downhill, basically. Also, I'm having one other issue with the dashboard, because I'm using the diamond plate, which is a bit thicker than the stock battery box would have been, and it is throwing off. It is throwing off that brace there. That brace there is actually pretty straight, and it's just throwing off where the steering wheel placement is. Because when I welded the steering wheel, welded that little piece on the bottom of the steering wheel, I had it in nice and tight, and I welded it. I think it's off by a tooth though, so it's just off by a little wee bit, and I don't know if I'm going to just build out the dash on the bottom as a dash extension to bring it down. Because as you can see, this bolt here should be here, but it's not. But the hood still closes fine. The fenders will still bolt up right here. Or sorry, the fenders actually bolt up right here. So that there will actually have to be dropped down to like here. Or I was thinking before I came out, cutting that collar down, but I don't think that will work. I'd rather extend the bottom of the dash, because this is plastic. The dash itself is plastic. I just need to figure out a way of extending it and making it look halfway decent. I don't mind this line right here. This line's okay with me. Just I want to bring it down. You can bring this down to line up with this. Won't bother me too much. There we go. That has to be out like that. So you can see where that screw is right there. That screw is in there. It was there. So it's actually forward and up a bit. So, and it's because of the steering. As you can see right there, that line there, it ain't lining up perfectly. But it's not a huge deal. Like I said, hood closes fine and fits perfectly. And these lines here are all good around the hood. So I just got to figure out a way of mounting the hood back down to the dash, and when the fenders come back in, putting the fenders on to the dash. So I'm thinking about getting some fiberglass and doing it that way, doing it next spring, because it's too cold to do it now. But I just need to figure out a way of doing this. If anyone has any suggestions, please let me know. Also, another issue I'm having, this nut here is stripped on the steering wheel. One second here. This nut right here is stripped out, as you can see. So I've thinking of different ways I can fix this. What I did was I did a dummy mistake. This is soft steel right here. And I hit it with the hammer because I was trying to get this collar right here off. I was trying to get this collar here off to try to get the steering wheel off better, and so I could work on it easier. But this collar here is seized, and it obviously didn't want to come off. So I damaged the threads a bit. No huge deal. What I'm thinking about doing, I'm going to pack some JB Weld in around here, and then what I'll do is I'll just tighten the nut down as far as it will go, and hopefully it will make its own threads and it will hold it. But it holds it on enough now that I can get by. So they're not horrible, but they're bad enough. They're sheared off worse on this side right here. So that's up with that. It tightens up, but only tightens up to right on there, which is okay. It's actually okay where it tightens up to, but I just want a little bit more strength out of this, because obviously it's the steering. You don't want your steering going out. That's also why I welded the steering box. Said JB welding it and stuff like that. So that's it for this update. If I make any progress, stay tuned. Okay, I am done for the day now. I got a couple quick things done. I got the rear end pulley changed from, I believe that's probably about a 8-inch right there, and I put a 4-inch on it. I'm going to use the stock front for now because it's a hydro. On the hydros, normally the front pulleys are fairly big already, so I'm going to use the stock front one. Also, I don't feel like messing with the engine right now anyways. It does have a minor oil leak somewhere. I imagine it's the main seal that is leaking. But it doesn't seem to drop down too much on the dipstick. But every once in a while there's a puddle underneath it. So I think it's like an occasional oil leak, or it's a running oil leak. I'm not 100% sure. So it seems like it only comes up after the engine's been running. Because I had it running earlier, and I reached up under there to check the belt, and there was oil. So anyways, this belt's about, like I said, about 2 inches too short. 2, maybe 3 inches too short. So I got that off. I had just enough air in my compressor to pop that off. I did not have to cut it, which is nice. I did not want to have to cut it. But we'll see if this thing will start. It's got a little bit of gas in that tank right there. I don't know if it's going to start or not. I may have to put the camera down. Give it some choke. Now, I consider that to be a really good running opposed. That motor sounds sweet. It has a good sound to it. It has really good compression, as far as I can tell just by turning it over by hand. But my opinion is that's a good sounding engine. I know others may have their own opinions, but in my personal opinion, that's a really nice sounding opposed twin. And a really good running opposed twin. Hopefully I can get a bunch of power out of this engine. I do plan on keeping the stock exhaust. I may come off that pipe right there and run something out the back. I'm not going to do straight pipes. I'm not going to do a stack or anything along those lines. Also, one other thing I did do, I swapped the steering wheel with the Craftsman steering wheel, and it's actually tightening up a lot better. This one is a little bit narrower. Even though they are practically the same tractors, this one is just a bit narrower and it's tightening down a heck of a lot better. So I'm going to end up using this steering wheel here. I'm still going to recondition those threads in there. Also, I might attempt to drill the center and tap it and put a bolt in there. I don't know yet. But other than that, this thing I'm hoping, this is what I'm hoping, will be on the road by the weekend. But I may or may not be going away again on the weekend. So I'm hoping it can be on the road by the weekend. So yeah, I have to just wait and see what happens, see what everything turns out. I do gotta get a rear belt, but I'm gonna look for one first, see if I have one. But if not, I'm gonna have to go out and buy one. So that's the only thing that's really holding me up right now is the rear drive belt. Also, I gotta put the keyways back in the back tires. Front tire on that side needs to be replaced with that one. But other than that, and also the back two need air, but I might just swap them out anyways because they were just the temporary tires anyways. This one a little soft. The other one, not bad. It's good, but they are mismatched. That one's a turf. This one is a regular tractor tire, like all-terrain, I guess you'd call it. But also, ever since I fixed the little bit of steering wheel issue there, the dash lines are lining up a bit better. I'm still gonna have to extend the dash. So, I guess that's it for now. So I guess I'll talk to everyone later. Please keep it redneck like always, and please subscribe and comment, and hopefully you enjoyed the video.